This is from the supremacist Jeffrey Epstein. This is the way they make money. Let the Goyim deal in the real world. And the word Goyim means non-Jew, if you didn't know.
Nigga bleached his hair. Fake ass nigga.
They think you're a fucking subhuman cattle. They think that you are a resource to use for Israel, to make them the greater state of Israel. Epstein is a Mossad asset, he's an Israel asset. His whole purpose was to blackmail the world, was to use people as resources, to use the Goyim for Israel's gain, to make Israel into the world superpower it is right now.
Oh my God, I have ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can tell me the truth about the world. No. All these things are created to enslave your mind, because you have access to God. And so what they're trying to do is trick you into believing that this reality is a true reality. Because once you believe that, this reality becomes the only reality.
Yes.
Okay? Then the question is...
Ooh, I've never seen him this fired up in all lectures. He's completely right, though. He's saying, wake up! Wake up! Wake up, Goy! The secrets of the universe, so I'm gonna actually just not listen to you guys and do what I want. This is Professor Jang of Predictive History, great YouTube channel, and we have a new collab coming up on March 9th.
Shmuley, what are you doing? You're late for Shabbat dinner!
Oh, Shmuley, what a cute yarmulke. It's not Shmuley, vile woman. It's Steven. And it's not a yarmulke. It's an official Neil Peart beanie, available at the merchandising stalls in the lobby. You just don't get it. I'm not one of you. All I care about is being the greatest drummer on earth. All I want to do is play in Rush. Damn your eyes.
Let me explain the word goy, by the way. It's the word used, it's a Hebrew word. It's actually in the Bible. It's a very common word. It means nation. That's all it means. The way in which the Torah speaks of non-Jews is the nations, the goyim. But it just means nations. One of the most famous verses in the Hebrew Bible is, nation shall not lift sword against nation, and they shall not learn war anymore. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev. Nation shall not lift sword against nation.
He just said that the Bible permits violence against non-goys.
So, okay, it's just explaining the term. It's not a derogatory term. Some people think it is.
So I gave my first class to Gentiles. That's right. I started a class teaching people how to live their life according to the Torah, the 7 laws of Noah. A lot of people want to convert to Judaism, but you don't necessarily need to be converting to Judaism to be close to God. The Torah has a path for all human beings, and that's what we're learning about today.
To be clear, I do not condone any violence. Have peace, brothers and sisters. Have peace in all things. In all of them, in all things.
When you can sell the elements, boy, you are a cooking jack. Dirt for sale. What a concept. Would like to get inside that guy's mind and look around just for an hour, boy? Guy sees opportunity everywhere. I don't know where to begin. I'm going to sell dirt. Why did he open up an air dealership? I have no idea. Saw his ad in the news, too. Thinking of starting your own planet? Well, come on down to Land. I checked it out. You don't let a guy selling dirt slip by. Want to hear this guy's patter, boy. He was great. I don't want to pressure you now, but we got a family of worms looking at this. When you can sell the elements, boy.
Hold on, maybe. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ah! Son. Now isn't the time. I guess now is the time. Okay, come. Oh, you're a good boy. Lost brothers, everyone can see the things that you do. So, sister, you got a lot of people counting on you. We're counting on you to be patient and forgive us. Sons and daughters, tell everybody about the reason to believe what I say. Mothers and fathers, don't let your babies die inside the world. Lift them up. Don't you know you gotta lift them up above? So lift them up. But you ain't gotta do it alone. And you ain't gotta wade way out in the water. And you ain't gotta wave goodbye to the land. You're God's own people, and Jesus is reaching for your hand. Yeah, yeah. So sisters and brothers, let's love each other, 'cause we ain't got nothing besides you and me. We can become free if we stay by each other's side. Ooh, that was good, St. Felix. That was good, baby. Thank you for that. That was fun. That was so fun. I have so much fun with you. You're such a nice boy. Okay. Abajo. Sentaten. When Israel is called Goy Kadash by God in the Bible. Goy means nation. What is a nation? What's the root of nation? Nat. N-A-T. Like natal. So a nation is a body of people. I'm realizing in real time this connection to Nazid. Nazid. Anyway. People don't look down on other people for being people, right? A nation is a group of people. Goy means nation. Israel is called by God Goy Kadash. Goy is not a derogatory word for someone who is not with God. Goy is a derogatory term for someone who is not a robot. You see, these people who are calling themselves Jews, who are calling themselves Christians, who are calling themselves anything to do with God, who are not, what are they? What's up with them? Are they... Last I heard, my father told me this, that people exist for God, that he may possess them and through them create, because that's his favorite thing to do, is to create things, and that he assumes his throne. He assumes his throne in Zion, or Golgotha, or whatever, or Sinai. And then therefrom he governs the world. And the group of people whom God creates through are Goy Kadash, the holy nation. Hey, Elf Tour. Oh, hey, Sybil. Look at the babies. Oh, look, it's his best friend. Elf Tour is St. Felix's best friend. Is it your best friend? You want to come say hello? I'm so surprised. You want to... Oh, of course you do. Are you back off? Big, strong guy. Okay. No! There's a pipe here holding my phone up against the oldest trash can. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't knock it over. So, like, don't look for metallic robots to be the ones who come against mankind. They're going to appear as us. They're going to appear as us. Except they, instead of having a Zion, they have a Chinese room. That's what their heads are. They're Chinese rooms. And this happens to all of us. I mean, tell me one guy who didn't start out his life in a Chinese room. In the Chinese room, you're sitting there in the room and you have a peculiar job. You await a piece of paper to be slipped under the door and it has a Chinese character on it. You don't know Chinese, but you're surrounded by manuals and books. And through reading these, you learn to associate, this character with that character. Maybe the paper that is slipped under the door says cat. You can't read it. You don't know what it says, but you know to pair it with this one. And so you slip back under the door a character that says meow, as just an example. This is a Chinese room. To the person on the outside, the room appears to think and understand Chinese. But really, it's just a person who has no idea what's going on following rules. Isn't that a funny thing? Ugh. All right, y'all. See ya. I'm thinking about Goy and how it means nation. And I'm looking at the phonics of it. Oh, I'm not looking at it. I'm thinking. Let me put it to you that way. I'm thinking. Ever heard of it? Gam. Gooey. Okay, so. Gamwa Yud. Goy is Gamwa Yud. Remember that people exist for God. That we belong to Him. The body belongs to the mind. The body is to be it is to be subject to the mind, such that the mind governs it completely. The body a slave to the mind. The mind master of the body. Gam. I learned this yesterday. Thank you for teaching me this. It means to suckle. Gemmel, that is. That's amazing. I had understood it hitherto as suffering as you go through the desert, the pangs of repentance. I forget which one of you, he had commented how it is related to suckling. Because I was talking about shin, I suppose, and how I suspect shin to be from shad. Shin is the gnashing teeth. Shad is a breast. Suckling, nourishing, making one strong. What does it mean to suckle? It means to become strong. There are two sides to that, right? The one who is made strong and the one who makes strong. So anyway, in suckling, well, that's eating the manna, yeah? You're going through the pangs. You're weak, and you can't get through the desert as a weakling, and you say, I'd rather be a slave in Egypt because at least I wouldn't be hungry. And God is like, here, eat this. And the Hebrews are like, what is it? And by asking that question, suddenly they're not just experiencing the pain of their journey, but they're thinking. And through thought now, which is God, which is the power of God, all right? To think is to recognize the world and to understand it. So anyway, manna, spelled memnon, M-N, is man, means what is it? Anyway, so it is eating manna, which I call suckling. That takes you from being weak to being strong, or takes you from being in Egypt to being in the Promised Land. That's a whole lot of meaning concentrated in that letter gam, or gamel, which is camel. You see, this is very deep. That's the first letter in Goy. Now look, I haven't looked up how to spell Goy in Hebrew since this thought occurred to me, but it doesn't matter because I can observe the sounds that my mouth makes and how it makes them. I recognize 3 sounds: gam, goy, goy. Oh, that's wah. Wah, and like a tent peg. It means to secure a thing, to stabilize, to ground it. And in this context, the tent is you. It's you. So in the word go, from the word go, we have suckling, getting through the desert and becoming strong, just secured. Just put a pin in that. That's how it is. We suffer until we become strong forever. From the word go. Get it? Gam, wah. Go. Goy, yud. What's that? In Proto-Semitic Hebrew, it looks like that. It's the thing that creates. It has taken these to create all things. That is, hands. They are God's way of creating all things. So, yeah, it is creation. gam, wa, yud. Suckle permanently, that you may create. Suckle, gam, permanently, wa, create, yud. And that's a goy. And there's a rule in Hebrew. Aleph, maybe rule isn't the right word, but it is a trend. Aleph, the letter A, and an, the letter O, are much interchangeable. You'll find them interchanged often in the same way that you find wa and bet, or wa and vav. You know, in modern Hebrew, two different letters make the V sound. One of the letters originally made the B sound, and the other one originally made the W sound. Anyway, so goy, what a glorious thing. A goy is the embodiment of one who suffers and overcomes, becoming a creator. I'm sorry, that's Jesus Christ. That's right. I guess nation's the right word. You know, God is a man. You know, that's actually what the story's about, is that God is a man, and he's not just one man. That's like Jesus represents all men ever, who've ever existed. That's the potential for all. He's actually unity and diversity in one body, if you can imagine that. Look at me. I am one body. Look at how diverse I am. I have these long wiggly things. I have this big old hole with these just hard things in them. I have holes all over my face. What is it? Got this thing jutting out. I have all these different pieces. Yet I'm one. Even so is all mankind. All of us different, many and diverse pieces. All of us belong to one body. And that is Jesus. Jesus Christ. Christ means one covered with oil. If you are familiar with the kinds of symbols used by Hebrews, you would understand the significance of oil. It's not because they're a peculiar people that, you know, they think the one who will save them is going to come covered in oil. You think anyone, I'm sorry, was Jesus physically covered in oil? And it's astounding how people refuse to acknowledge symbols. They're afraid to recognize that a thing is symbolic. And it's because you freaking actors in your churches and on television and in politics. Just all these actors giving everyone the wrong idea on purpose. So I suspect the word gay, as we use it now, comes from goy. It's what I was getting at with saying, ein and aleph, O and A interchangeable. I mean, because really vowels don't exist. in Hebrew, be mindful of the consonants because there is a very deep meaning baked into all of it. And there is more meaning to be gotten from the vowels because A and O do exist. And Y, sometimes at least. But anyway, so that we have all heard that gay used to mean happy. I mean, what a simplification. How about gay used to mean Christian? Gay used to mean an elf. A gay used to be an Elohim, a person who had overcome all of his trouble and arrived in heaven with God to become a creator in the body of Jesus Christ. You see, becoming covered in oil yourself will ease you. Water is symbolic of blood. What comes along with blood? Other than violence, you have envy, you have gluttony, sin. It comes with being physical. And that's what water symbolizes. But Jesus, he walks on that. That's why Jesus said you only need to anoint their feet. Symbolically, we will stand above all of the suffering of the world without drowning in it. You ain't gotta wade way out in the water, and you ain't gotta wave goodbye to the land. You're God's own people, and Jesus is reaching for your hand. Yeah, yeah. So sisters and brothers, let's love each other, 'cause we ain't got nothing besides. You and me, we can become free if we stay by each other's side. How you like that?